everyone, it's Molly. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be filming some tips on how to sell your clothes on Depop and make money and actually get things to sell. So I'm just going to be telling you like tips and tricks that I've kind of used and things that work well, things that don't work well, and yeah, how to sell your clothes and everything. It's quite a good time at the moment, seeing as everyone's at home, not doing much to like sort out your wardrobe, get money for things that you don't want anymore, and then buy new things ready for the summer. I've been using Depop for the past couple of years to sell my clothes on. My Depop does quite well, and I managed to sell most things that I put on there. I have about 500 to 600 followers on my account here, and I'm just going to run through some things that I find helps me sell things and things that don't really work. So for starting your account, if you haven't got one, I'd say have a good profile picture of yourself, a little bio maybe saying like the sort of stuff you sell. For me, I've got selling clothes, shoes and makeup. You might want to put like your age, people kind of, and your size in your bio, so if people come and see your account and see like the same size as you, they'll probably look at your things. So first, it can be quite hard if you haven't got any followers on Depop for people to find your posts and everything. So what I recommend, what I did is I just followed a load of accounts on Depop looking for things that I might want to buy, same sort of things as me, and then quite a few people follow you back. So that's quite a good way to start getting some followers. So as for selling things on Depop, you need to make sure that you get some really clear photos of what you're trying to sell. So what I've found is you need at least a minimum of 3 pictures of the item of clothing that you're selling. Usually a picture of it off, maybe keep it a plain background, not any clutter in the background. Try and keep it plain. So say you've got like a white wall, put your whatever you're selling on a little hanger and take a picture of it. Then I normally take a picture of me wearing it. I found quite a lot of the time when I started on Depop, people would be like messaging, can you post pictures of what it looks like on? And I know personally, if I'm going to buy something, I want to know what it actually looks like on the person. So get a picture of it off, get a picture of it on, and then I usually take a picture of the size, or if there's any marks on the clothing or anything, you have to make sure you are being honest and posting pictures of the marks and putting it in the description, because getting good views on Depop is vital for people buying things. Because if you're trying to sell something, it's got marks or holes in somewhere, or it kind of looks a bit worse for wear, you need to make sure like you're making that clear in the description, because if someone buys that and then finds actually it does have marks on it and they didn't want to buy it because it's got marks on it, they might leave you a bad review, and then that's going to impact people wanting to buy things off you in the future, because reviews do show up on your profile. And I know if I'm going to buy something on Depop, I definitely check people's reviews, because if you're not being honest about what the item looks like, people won't want to buy. So the next thing is make sure you've got good lighting, clear picture of it, make it aesthetic, but then don't go editing it, like just make it nice and clear. Next, for actually putting your picture on, something that I think is definitely one of the most important things when selling something on Depop is hashtag it. Hashtag it with the brand name, hashtag it with what it is. So I'd say if you're selling shoes, put hashtag shoes, hashtag if they're selling some Vans, put Vans, hashtag just loads of things relating to the shoe, the style of it, like just hashtag words relating to what you're trying to sell and the brand. I think they didn't used to cap the amount of hashtags you can put on, but I think that now is a thing. So yeah, just hashtag a few things. If you're selling it, hashtag the brand, the size, what it is, the colour, things like that, because that way when people are searching for it, or people might just search on the hashtag, they can find your things easier. Another thing is make sure you are selling it at a good sort of price that people want to buy it at, because sometimes it can be tempting when you're trying to sell something that you think's worth quite a lot. You want to put it at a high price. I found like a lot of the time people are on Depop to find good bargains for things, so definitely make sure you're not putting ridiculous prices out. Another thing on prices, make sure you're not charging too low, because Depop do take a little cut of whatever you sell, and also delivery costs. You've got to make sure you're actually putting in working out how much it's actually going to cost to sell it, and is it actually worth selling it in the end once you've had the cut taken away and once you actually put it for delivery. Again, another tip that I don't personally do, but I know kind of works for some people, instead of putting a separate shipping price, just include the shipping within the price and then just put free delivery when it's not actually ended up being free delivery because you've added it onto the price, but then people feel like they're getting a bit more of a bargain because they're not having to pay for delivery on your product. So I think that's quite a good way for people to draw people in a bit. Another thing I've personally found from selling on Depop, it might not be for everyone, but for me, things that don't normally sell, things that are non-branded, things that are from places such as Primark, because Primark's cheap anyway. So if you're trying to sell a Primark top that you bought for £6 for £4 plus delivery, it's not really as likely to sell because someone's like, I can just go buy that anyway. Whereas I found the things that tend to sell on my page are definitely designer things. So the next thing is when your item has been posted, you might not get anything from it for a week or two, like people might not look at it, but what I found, keep it like updated, because when you post your product, when someone searches, say, black Vans, they'll go down and the ones that are most recently posted will show up first, and then as you scroll further down it'll be ones that were posted weeks ago. So what I go on is I go on my app, I go and update the product, and so then it goes back to the top, because once you update it, it changes the date from when it was posted to when you've just edited it, and then it comes back to the top of people's feeds. That happens quite a lot. I've had things that have been on my Depop for months not selling, and then it kind of gets to the right time of year, say for like summer things, dresses, edit them all back, comes to the top of people's feeds, and then they go quickly. Again, that's another thing, make sure you're selling things that are like within the season, otherwise people aren't going to be buying like a big puffy coat when it's in the middle of summer. Going back to the reviews thing, definitely I think that's really important. You really need to be making sure that you are being honest about what you're selling, if it's going to be fake or whether. Make sure you're honest, because people will clock on. Be honest of when you posted it, just be like really honest with whoever you're with so that you get good reviews. Another thing is like be responsive. Like if someone's asking about, say someone's bought something on your page and they're asking you questions, when's it going to be here, when, you know, oh well, can you just tell me something about it, anything like that, make sure you're responding to them, because that way people will see you as a good seller, responsive, and then give you a good review. And the more good reviews you've got, the more likely you are to sell other things in the future as well. So that's everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to be trying to post a lot more often, so please give me some video ideas below of what you'd like to see on my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.